Hey, this is Rebel, and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing a what sold video for the week of May 31st through June 6th. I'm a little bit behind. I had noted in my last haul video that I was going to try something different. I was going to, on Monday, go out to the building and pull everything and then, show you what sold, show you what everything sold, instead of me just picking the items that I wanted to highlight with you. And so I went out there. I couldn't quite figure out how I was going to carry the camera around. My husband came out. We figured out that we could put a magnet, that the clip on the GoPro was magnet. So he set it up and he left, and I hit the button. And I went through it, pulled everything, going up and down the ladders, and then I realized when I hit the button, all I did was take a picture. So for the next 10 minutes or so, I talked to myself as I was pulling my items. So, needless to say, this what sold video is just going to be the highlights again, and maybe I'll contemplate that in the near future. Again, I am inept. So I'm going to feature some of the things that I sold this past week. The first thing here is a Kelly Toy Squishmallow Cameron the Cat. It sold on best offer of $20. What I wanted to talk about with this one, though, is when the buyer got it, they left me a neutral feedback saying everything was okay, but they wished it had come with its paper tag. Now, this is a used item, marked light playwear, and they left me a neutral because it didn't have its new with tag. So I contacted eBay for Business on Facebook, and they reviewed my case and they removed the neutral feedback. So I would highly encourage anybody who's having issues like this to contact eBay through eBay for Business on the Facebook page. If you've never done it, you just find their page. It's called eBay for Business. And then you open up a chat window with them. First thing you need to do is give them your name, your user ID, your email, and your zip code. Because if you just type out what you want to say to them, they're going to ask you for that information, and then you're going to wait again. They took care of this probably within an hour for me. So just give them an opportunity. They really do help sellers. All right, so that was that item. Now let's get on to the rest. This is a birthday bear by Beverly Hills Teddy Bear Company. I sold it for $13.45. Just a reminder again, I do not do free shipping, so it sold for this amount plus the buyer paid shipping. This is a white llama. It is a Target brand from the Wonder Shop, which I think was their Christmas shop, and it sold for $17.95. This is a Fiesta multicolor sloth. It sold for $14. Again, a lot of these things I buy, I don't remember for the most part. I have 7,300 items listed. About 5,000 is stuffed animals. Usually I pay $1 or less at yard sales. I may pay a little bit more if I buy them at thrift stores or consignment sales, or I go to the Goodwill bins and pay by the pound. This is a Hug Fun brown horse plush. When you squeezed it, it did make horse sounds, and it sold for $27.55. This is a Mighty Star Wile E. Coyote. My husband picked this up on his recent trip to his get his black belt test done, and I started it at $39.95. But doing some more research, I realized that that was probably a little high, so I did take a best offer of $25. This is a strawberry shortcake doll in the box. I featured this in a recent haul. I went to a church sale and I bought 21 strawberry shortcakes in their box for $5 each. And this was the first one that sold, and I took a best offer of $30. This is a limited to backpack. We featured these in our Finders Keepers haul. We went on a Wednesday when everything is $1, and I bought a ton of backpacks, and they are starting to sell now because people are getting ready to start school again. But this one did sell for $15.59. This is a Barney and Baby Bop birthday invitation. I went to an estate sale and bought 2 totes that for $10 that was filled with birthday decorations, invitations, thank you cards, streamers, gift bags. It was just a ton of different characters. And the lady made me an offer for the 3 that I had listed, and I did sell them for $13.65 plus shipping. These are the California raisins that I've been selling. I paid $30 for a tote, and there were several hundred in there. And these 5 were the larger ones. They're like 3 inches, where the other ones were 2 inches. And I sold these 5 for $18.35. This is Randallboggs. He is a Disney Monsters Inc. Plush. My husband picked him up in a tote that we featured on one of the hauls a couple of weeks ago, and I kept him separate from the others. I put some in lots, and I did sell him for $36.75. These are Tupperware Tupper Toys. These are child-sized dishes. I picked this up at a thrift store. I think I paid $3, and there were some other things in there with it. And I sold these for best offer of $20. This is a Nordic Ware microwave turntable. It was very neat. It was metal, and when you spin the bottom, it made the turntable itself move with like a clicking noise, almost like a timer. And this was a local purchase, and I took a best offer of $25, and we met, and I just scanned his little QR code, and we both went our happy ways. These are some Justin original work boots. I don't remember where we picked these up. They were sitting here for a while because they needed a little bit of cleaning, just wipe down and stuff. But I got several offers right away for like $25, but then I did get an offer which I accepted of $30. I featured these in a haul. These are Lego Duplo cars from the Disney movie. There were 5 or 6, I think, in a package. 2 of them went together, and they actually had the blocks that made it a complete set, so I kept them apart together. And then I listed everything else separate. And this lady bought 2 of them. She bought the Tomater for $8 and Holly Shiftwell for $15. This is a kid's preferred lovey. I sold it for, I have my cheat notes over here. It's not always the same as what you see on the screen. I took a best offer of $13 for it. This is a Carter's lovey also. It was new, but if you notice, even if you see the tags, I very seldom will do new. I just write appears unused because I don't want somebody getting it and it have a little dot or the tag is folded. So I very seldom will use new, but I did write appears unused, and I sold it for $13.75. This is a JCPenney's bear. I've said this many times. I love vintage stuffed animals. This is from 1991, and I sold it for $22.95. The next 3 were some flatware that I purchased at an estate sale. I got 2 huge wooden totes that had a service of 12 of this silverware by Barton, and I have been slowly but surely selling it in 4-piece lots, and this person paid $20 for the iced teaspoons, $50 for the 4 forks, and $22.95 for the dinner knives. This is a Braun coffee grinder. If you find this older Braun small appliances, especially if it says Germany on the bottom, they are highly sought after. My husband cleaned this up for me within a day or two, and I sold it for $40, and I'm pretty sure we paid $3 at an estate sale. This is another lovey that I sold. It is, the brand is Little Prince, and that's a fox, if you can't tell in the picture. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I got this at the Goodwill bins, and I sold it for $45.95. I featured this recently in a haul. It needed a good bath and a couple days on my couch to dry, but I listed it and sold it almost immediately for $49.95. It's a Commonwealth unicorn. I featured this in a recent haul. This is an Ikea bulldog. It was pretty big. I love to find Ikea. And I sold this one for $45.95. This is another one of the strawberry shortcake dolls I bought at the church, and I sold it for $29.95. This is a toy train set. The train in the front is motorized. I picked up a bunch of these at the Goodwill bins, so it was pay by the pound. And I ended up making 2 different lots of them because I think I had 2 engines. And this one sold for $45.95. This is a JCPenney stuffed dog. It has the large feet, so they're often referred to as big feet. And I took a best offer of $20 for it. This is a Great American Fun Santa Claus plush. I bought several Christmas stuffed animals recently. I may have even shown this one in a haul. I sold it for $18.35. He made noise. Well, he talked and played music when you squeezed him. So make sure when you sell this type of stuff that you always ship them in a box, because you don't want them to get damaged, or this didn't have a replaceable battery, so you don't want them making all that sound and possibly no longer work when they get there. So I always make sure I ship this type of stuff in a box. Christmas sells all year long. I think I say this every time. This person bought 7 items from me. All but one of them was Christmas item, and the other one was actually Easter. So they bought this Hallmark Christmas ornament set. It was just 3 ornaments, salt and pepper shakers, a holiday angel, the rabbit figure, a Department 56 building, Santa Claus dish, and an UNESCO ornament set. And they paid $69.31 plus shipping. This is a Russ Puff Puff Tan Dog plush. I love the vintage Russ. They don't always sell as well for me. They take a while. You got to wait for the right person. But he finally did sell for $14.67. My husband picked this up recently at an estate sale. It is a Polaroid SX70 land camera. It said sonar 1-step. It also had a flash with it, and he paid $10 for it at the estate sale. And this sold, I want to say, the same day I listed it for $75. And this, I gotta tell you the story. This is a Rifleman Mega Pack DVD set. There are 16 DVDs in there, and I think it features about 85 episodes of that old Western that was on TV. I just kind of had a pile of DVDs. When I buy some, I'll just make a pile, and then eventually I get to them. Well, when I was setting up stuff for my booth, I actually pulled this to put in my vendor's booth and realized that it sells for quite a bit. So I was getting it ready to list, and there's 16 DVDs. I always check the DVDs to make sure they're scratched. In fact, the first one, which must have been the one that got played the most, did have some scratches on it, but the rest were pretty mint. But as I'm flipping through all the sleeves, I realized behind one of the DVDs there was another DVD, and somebody had hidden a XXX DVD, very naughty DVD, and of course I had to go tell my husband. But my public service announcement is, make sure you always check every single DVD in these box series, just to make sure that there's no surprises that, you know, your buyer might not be too happy about when they receive it. But I did sell it for $91.95, so I was thrilled. All right, the next 5 are things that I sold on Facebook. Facebook's been doing good for me. Probably about a third to half of what I'm selling on eBay, I'm selling also on Facebook. So if I sell 20, then I'm getting 8 to 10 on Facebook also. So it's been nice. This first thing that I sold was from Kohl's Cares. It was a Dr. Seuss alligator, and I did sell it for $10. This second item is a fabric doll from Cracker Barrel, and I did sell it for $12. Again, Christmas sales even on Facebook. These were Christmas light covers. They were just these cute little snowmen, and I did sell them for $20. My husband picked these items up. Let me take it back to its original so you can see what it looked like. It was just these coffee cups in a with a little metal stand that you could display them on. Oops. Here's the set. It's just these 6 cups. On the bottoms they are marked Japan, and then this wire rack. It did not look like it had ever been used. So I listed it and sold it for $25 on Facebook. And then this is some brass candlesticks. I think I talked about them in my last haul. This was a set of 7. They're graduated in size. I think they went from about 9 inches down to 2 or 3 inches. And I did sell these for $45 on Facebook. All right, so that was my highlighted sales. Like I said again, I might try to do the daily pulls to show you what's selling, because I do sell a whole lot of things that are in the probably $7, $8, $12 price range, and which does not include shipping again. So, and I'm content with that because it all adds up in the end. I'm going to probably try to do another haul video tonight. I had a very special haul that I did this weekend. I purchased a bunch of stuff on an online auction through High Bid, and I placed hundreds of bids, just let me tell you, but I won 136, and yesterday we drove to get the items. All of it was vintage. A lot of it was stuffed animals, so I'm going to be thrilled. I'm going to probably break this up into small hauls just so I can show you, because it's just amazing stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and do that later this evening. Again, I appreciate everything. Everybody who watches this and leaves me comments encouraging me to, as I'm doing this. If you've got anything that you'd like to know about, or something that you would like me to show in a video, please leave me comments. But otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.